And we are back on our episode of NBA 2K14. And their last episode, you see the Blazers beat the Hawks. Let's check the Bill box score. Survived by 5 points, 116 to 117. Damian Lillard got 27 points with 13 assists. On the other hand, we got the Hawks. Hawks on the side. Damian Lillard is got score with 27 points and 13 assists. Marcus Aldridge got 20, and Lou Williams got 37. A huge close one for the Sixers, actually for the Blazers, as they as they win to keep the playoff dreams continue. So the presentation is ready, and yep, it's ready to go. And we got a rematch of last season's NBA Finals. It's gonna be round 2 of the NBA Finals matchup, featuring LeBron James of the Miami Heat take on Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this for this game. The Miami Heat gonna use the red, and the Spurs gonna use the white. So for now, we're going to send to Kevin Harlan here in San Antonio. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy now.
Hello and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce here with you as we get ready for a little NBA action on 2K Sports. A Thursday night broadcast of the NBA. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the San Antonio Spurs. And that's all for now. Time to hand it over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll be back with more at halftime.
A beautiful view here of the Riverwalk, one of San Antonio's top attractions, as we see people cruising by and enjoying a terrific day. We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. And with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, taking a look at Dwayne Wade, what will we see from him?
And Kevin, he's really solidified his role as the closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they'd go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have two guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants.
The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. Sitting at third in the West, there's no question this is a top-notch team.
Yeah, I think this is an important game for these guys, Kevin, because, you know, they only play this matchup twice during the regular season. As you mentioned, they lost the first one. So it's very important. You don't want to get swept by a club in the season series.
Steve, it's always about pride. I mean, that's always a factor when you're talking about pro players. I mean, these guys want to know that they can come and play a strong game. They know they didn't bring it last time, and they want to change that approach right here, right now.
And as he has gained more experience in the league, Wade has taught himself to rely a bit more on his jump shot and a little less on attacking the rim. But still, you see his confidence really lies in his ability to attack the rim.
You know what?
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me playing for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. LeBron's got his first basket of the night. And Wade, still a player who thrives on getting in the lane, Clark, and for his career, under 30% from long range.
Yeah, you know, his jump shot is more of a mid-range weapon, quite honestly. He loves the bank shot, loves the floaters, and he's always looking to get somebody in the air with that pump fake. And usually more times than not, guys bite and he gets free throws.
He gets to the line, you're right.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Parker against Chalmers, and that one's good. Parker.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team. You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Splitter passes to Parker. Now the feed to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And again, it's Tony Parker. Parker's got his second bucket of the night. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch four. They just found the right players and the right mix. And that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
It's LeBron with the drive. Gets it to go. LeBron's got his second basket of the game. Last game for the Spurs, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Allen, right side. Outside for Lewis. The good-looking shot from the wing. Lewis has got his first points of the game.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
Here's McGrady. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Hey, Allen picks one up.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Here's Cole, averaging 6 points per contest. Pass to Lewis. Into Greg Oden. Gets it to go.
Yeah, both teams are scoring well, but there hasn't been much defensive resistance either.
Knocks it loose. The shot by Allen. And another basket for Miami.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Cole, covered by Mills. Cole off the pick from Battier. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Miami with the triple. Here's Mills, averaging 6 points per contest. And that one's good. McGrady's got 6.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
And the Heat, another 3. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses, Clark, are clicking. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Next Sunday, March 9th, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. Live from Dallas. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
On the floor for Miami, Norris Cole is out there with Allen. Then there's Chris Anderson, then Shane Battier, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made past Reggie Miller a couple of years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score in that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off of him. Too much of a threat from out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. And Cole kicks to Wade. And he jams it with authority.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patrick Mills.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets.
And if you look at the offensive rebounding totals from that game, this team was at a severe disadvantage. You can't expect to win the game when you're only getting 1 attempt every time down the floor.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get some extra possessions, and clearly they were inferior in that area of the game. And you were right on top of it, Steve. For a little guy, that's pretty observant that rebounding would be a stat that you would be able to lock into. They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The 3 from Chalmers, and again, Miami with the triple.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Parker kicks to Jackson. Lays out, and out of bounds. As the Heat gain possession. Let's go now to the 2K leaderboard for a look at some players that have gotten only better as the season's gone on. The top scoring small forwards since the All-Star break. LeBron James second.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Steve, I'd say more than pretty good. Those are the guys that give opposing defenses nightmares on a regular basis.
And here's Chalmers for 3. That's good. Chalmers has got 6 here in this quarter.
That's number 2 for him from long range in this quarter, his 3rd overall.
People look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in well fit, actually.
And the Heat with some changes. Wash comes in for Chris Anderson. And it's Haslam for James Jones. Bosh dishes to Wade. Wide open shot is on the money. Wade's got 11 points. And Chalmers, a 3-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the 3-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship. It broke out the finger roll, guys. That was a stylish finish.
The Heat trail by 5. Back to LeBron.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot. Team head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
Wade kicks to LeBron. Shoots from the baseline. Hits the bucket. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff. I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in. Myself, that's a gimme there.
56 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Haslam. Post shot. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. A different look for Miami. Shane Battier is checked in for LeBron. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Parker kicks to Ginobili. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. The Heat trail by 8. Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
He was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. Ginobili attacking. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And now a 10-point Spurs lead.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. From outside the arc, Battier's shot good. Battier's got himself on the board with 3 there. San Antonio leading by 7. Ginobili outside. He feeds it to Duncan. Haslam on him. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
The Spurs shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Here's Allen. He's got 7. Lewis. No good with the layup.
Well defended. And he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Spurs. They're up by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports on an NBA Thursday night. Let's check out what went down in the first half. San Antonio on top against Miami. And offensively, just filling it up, making the pass to the open man, generating opportunities. They are piling up points in a hurry. Everything is going right for Tony Parker all over the court against the Heat. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed 1 shot. Can you believe it? And midway through, the Heat are still alive. The top team in the conference standings, they're having a great season. A big first half for Dwayne Wade. He has 11 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. Let's start off with a look at what's on tap for later on tonight. The Los Angeles Clippers up against the Lakers out in Los Angeles. This one, a meeting between divisional foes. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And the other game that's scheduled later tonight, the Suns out in Phoenix will go up against the Thunder. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the 3rd quarter about to get going.
What a game for Tony Parker. 13 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. And it's Splitter in at the 5.
Well, if you're going to learn from someone, you might as well take some lessons from Tim Duncan. That's what Thiago Splitter has done in San Antonio, really kind of growing up under the tutelage of one of the great players of all time. He's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
And Spurs taken 28th by the Spurs way back in the 2007 draft, but they had to wait 3 seasons for him to come over from Spain. And as Greg Popovich was saying just this past season, he's finally showing what he can do because he's been healthy.
Yeah, agreed, Kevin, and I think it was a wait worth making, quite honestly. I mean, one of the premier backup centers in the NBA the last 3 seasons, and he earned himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
It seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Tracy Brady's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Into Tim Duncan. It's stolen by Haslam. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Gets it to go. Chalmers has got 11 points.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
McGrady kicks to Mills. Back to McGrady from downtown. And the shot is good.
I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Timeout called. The Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Matt Butler, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Wade passes to LeBron. Back to Wade. And he goes in for the dunk.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps it tight. Grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
Stolen by Chalmers. In transition, here comes Miami. Outside Bosch. Wade, right side. And it's Miami with another.
Yeah, he's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And I also think he might have played a little football, Steve, because he's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. And Miami making a change here. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. LeBron drives in. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
One thing that Wade has improved upon over the last few years is his ability just to make better decisions. He used to turn the ball over considerably, but of course playing with LeBron an awful lot has meant that he's cut down on his usage rate as well.
Shots good by Mills.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Tipped away. Left side Bosch. The fader. falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. And for Wade, of course, not turning over as much of late. He also was not asked to create as often as he was before. LeBron joined the Heat, but in doing so, he became a much more efficient player.
Well, I tell you what, I think it's really undervalued how much Dwayne Wade has sacrificed and adapted his game to welcome LeBron. I mean, he's become one of the best in the league at moving without the ball, making timely, sharp, hard cuts to the rim. He's got a great understanding and intelligence. How he plays the game, and as he showed us, he can still go get it when he needs to.
Backing down is LeBron with the fadeaway, and that one's good. LeBron's got 9 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Drago, he stepped in for the Heat.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering. Two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Now, here's Chalmers. Bellinelli is covering. Allen, that's good.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
There's a 4-second difference in the shot clock to the game clock. And Green with the basket on the assist by Bellinelli. The Heat trail by 5. Chalmers with it. He's got 11. In the whistle blows, it's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Now here is Haslam. And that one's good. Haslam's got 5 points so far. Parker outside. Three-pointer.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Spurs lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Tune in next Wednesday night, March 12th. Darren Williams and the Brooklyn Nets take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Live from Miami. Don't miss out.
We welcome you. Back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And I also like the penetration. When they're getting into the paint, they're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. LeBron James is out there with Shane Battier. And it's Oden in at the 5 down low. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
Yeah, some really good matchups out there, and that Chicago Bulls game is one that I'll be checking out.
The Heat trail by 3. Chalmers dishes to Oden. Gets it to go.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And Leonard gets it to go.
But you have to be aware of his specific capacity to knock down the corner 3. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's going to be. So defensive.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Here's Duncan. No good on the quick 3. For Miami, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Kawhi Leonard with this slam.
Example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And Cole kicks to LeBron with the shot. And there's another one for the Heat.
And he continues to knock down shot after shot. A perfect shooting day for him so far.
Here's Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now a timeout called by Miami. The short rest, very important. And one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body. And I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here, too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
He's got the touch they needed here as this one goes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 4 for 4, and he knows they need every basket. I would look for them to continue to get the ball in his hands.
Spurs leading by 3. Fires the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3-ball. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Here's LeBron. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well. You know,
He's confetti with the defensive end. I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Ginobili against Wade. And that one's good. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Duncan drawing the double team. Has it, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Miami now. Wade against Ginobili. Has it. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Duncan kicks to Ginobili. Good on the triple. And the Spurs lead by 7.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at him, they've not been able to take that shot away.
He's starting to roll now, guys.
You said it, an absolute scoring machine.
And that basket was... Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of force.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Leonard with the steal. Parker outside. Duncan trying to break loose. Misses the 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Knocked away!
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Here's Parker, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but the foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
That's the first, and will put them up by 2. Second one is good. They go to the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Man, pressure-packed free throws. He looks cool as can be. So big. Give them that 3-point lead.
Chalmers pass to Bosch. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
This is exactly what happens when you allow Chris Bosh to get going.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game. Now LeBron. Wade for 3. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Look out, guys. Now, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Parker up top. Got it up in time. Oh, he knocks it in. Beautiful.
Just in time. Lightning bolt to win it at the buzzer. That is an incredible, sensational finish to a sensational game.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Tony Parker.
Wow. Unbelievable finish here in San Antonio. We got another short of the night for the NBA 2K14. There will join with Dirk Nowitzki for the game-winning buzzer beaters. So here's why. The The Spurs beat the Heat by 2, 115 to 113. Tim Duncan got 26, and Tony Parker got 23 and 12. LeBron James got 33, and Dwayne Wade got 29. Miami Heat tried a furious comeback but fell short as they tried to seal the deal with Parker, but he missed the shot. And then later, Mario Chalmers stolen against Tony Parker to keep the state for Miami alive. And then won a huge close one here in San Antonio. So coming up next, skipping for Thunder and Suns, who we got here, and Thunder win by what? 24, I think 26 points. 26 points, Sir Markieff Morris got 22, Caron Butler got 21, and Kevin Durant not get triple-double, 41 points, 18 rebounds, that was almost with 20 boards, and 9 dimes, 9 assists. Serge Ibaka got 25, and Russell Westbrook got 20 points, and a huge win for the Thunder. So what a game! What a game here in Alamo, as the Spurs take out the Miami Heat by 2, 115 to 113. And coming up next, second game on our hand, we're off to Staples Center. It's another LA rivalry featuring Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and what a huge close one here in San Antonio as the Spurs beat the Heat by 2, 115 to 113. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so from AT&T Center in San Antonio, Alamo. We'll see you later for the second game here in Staples Center for the Battle of Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Clippers take on the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye, and we'll see you later for the second game here in Staples Center for the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.